Now there was a Pharisee, a man named Nicodemus, who was a member of the Jewish ruling council. He came to Jesus at night and said, "Rabbi, we know that you are a teacher who has come from God. For no one could perform the signs you are doing if God were not with him." Jesus replied, "Very truly I tell you, no one can see the kingdom of God unless they are born again." "How can someone be born when they are old?" Nicodemus asked. "Surely they cannot enter a second time into their mother's womb to be born." Jesus answered, "Very truly, I tell you, no one can enter the kingdom of God unless they are born of water and the Spirit." "How can this be?" Nicodemus asked.
In Augsburg, Germany, Father Jorge Bergoglio knelt in the local church and heard a woman praying in his native Spanish. Before them both was the icon of Our Lady, Undoer of Knots. Father Bergoglio asked the woman why she had a devotion to Our Lady, and she recounted that when we have problems and struggles for which we see no solutions, Our Lady is there to walk with us as the impossible becomes possible. Father Bergoglio brought that devotion back to his beloved Argentina. As Archbishop Bergoglio travels to the parish of Villa Ramon Carrillo, he sees an annex to the church rising, providing a place to serve as meeting hall and center for after-school activities and job training. It is being built by university students from the city center, including Jewish kids with their rabbi and evangelical Christians. They develop no impossible barriers among such disparate groups. In front of the church, a blue banner proclaims, "Mary, help us to believe that the impossible is possible."
At the U.S. Regional World Meeting of Popular Movements in Modesto, California, representatives of Black Lives Matter gathered with people from other grassroots movements across the United States. Crossing barriers that seemed impossible to span in the U.S. political climate, there were no walls built between black and white, Christian and Muslim. In fact, Bishop McElroy of the Diocese of San Diego encouraged the attendees to disrupt the building of those impossible barriers.
Well, now we must all become disruptors. We must disrupt those who would seek to send troops into our streets to deport the undocumented, to rip mothers and fathers from their families. We must disrupt those who portray refugees as enemies rather than our brothers and sisters in terrible need. We must disrupt those who train us to see Muslim men and women and children as sources of fear rather than as children of God. We must disrupt those who seek to rob our medical care, especially from the poor. We must disrupt those who would take even food stamps and nutrition assistance from the mouths of children. We must rebuild a nation in which solidarity, what Catholic teaching calls the sense that all of us are the children of the one God. There are no children of a lesser God in our midst.